I'm doing that too.
Yeah.
So I have a couple questions I want to ask when we get in your office.
Sure.
How have you been?
I've been pretty good. We've been staying pretty busy. People still need their meds, so we just kept us.
Well, you know how I'm trying to reject that stuff. I've been trying to reject this stuff for a while.
Yeah, true.
And did the patient have to ever call you?
Yes, he did. He's a cool guy.
And what happened between you two? What?
So it was basically I reaffirmed everything that like you and I talked about the forensic team. You know how we're basically stuck in a rock and hard place until the judge lifts. I'm not gonna wear this shit. Till the judge lifts the case. And is it Mr. Cummings that's your attorney?
Philip Cummings, yeah.
Okay.
Well, he said that you said you had no idea that I wanted to be off meds.
I absolutely did not say that. I said repeatedly, I know you want to be off meds, and once this is lifted, I have no problem. I know you're not going to take any meds.
Well, I don't see why they're wasting their time.
I don't either.
All right, I've told them it's against my religion and everything, yet they still persist.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've not been on risperidol for a while now, because I missed the appointment, my injection appointment, and a half-life of risperidol constant was 2 or 3 days, and it's been a couple of weeks now. The withdrawal sucked.
Oh, I bet so. What did it feel like?
It felt like I was dying.
Shit.
It felt like I was dying is what it felt like. Imagine an anxiety attack that lasts for hours, except it's not an anxiety attack and it feels like your body's failing.
Because of it, yeah. It's your body's going back to trying to go back to some normalcy how it was.
Well, I mean, you've talked about plenty of times that, you know, how I'm pretty familiar with the reuptake process about the Wellbutrin, and how I'm not comfortable with NDRIs being in my body because I wasn't fully competent or fully aware of a lot of things that antidepressants even did until I read about it.
Yeah.
So now I know, and I tried getting off of that, and they won't allow me to do that. And then
They won't let you get off the NDRI?
No, they won't let me do.
That's really weird because
I'm the one that put myself on it. Well,
yeah, I read that. You're right. I read that in the note. You're like, hey, that's okay.
It's because I explained to them that the risperidol and the Tegretol has been taking such a toll on my mental state because it's ripping my emotions away from me.
Yeah.
And it's causing a depression. I mean, I'm not really surprised because the serotonin and dopamine receptors in the brain is being blocked by this atypical pharmaceutical. Psychotropic. I mean, I'm not surprised by the depression, but to go and chemically deplete my brain of norepinephrine and dopamine is not really helping. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And when I sit there and talk to them about this, they look at me like I'm stupid, even though I'm using correct terminology.
You are. In fact, many psychiatrists and nurse practitioners I know, when you talk about Wellbutrin, hardly any of them will say it's an NDRI, which it is. Most of them will say...
And it's the only one in this class. It's the only DRI there is.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why I'm not respected.
Yeah.
I have these rights and they're not being respected. And I don't quite comprehend why they're not listening to me. All right, what happened back in 2013, I was on pharmaceuticals when I did that. Those pharmaceuticals threw me out of whack. Don't forget, Latuda has an ability to throw you into psychosis.
Any of them can.
Any of them can.
Yeah.
All right.
And Latuda was 2013. It was pretty new.
Yeah, 2013 was new. It was one of the newest ones there was, and they're pushing it.
Yeah.
And they put me on lithium and Latuda, and lithium has the ability to cause aggression and agitation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand what's going on, and I was completely fine until I went to that wacky shack in the CSU. To that CSU in Rome. I was there for 6 days, and I left AMA.
Yeah.
But I was completely fine. But then something started happening to me, which I didn't quite understand what was going on until much later on in my life, that these drugs were the cause of it. I used to trust psychiatrists. I used to. But that trust diminished over a period of time when I kept getting lied to and stabbed in the back.
Sure.
Because they'll smile to your face and act like they're your friend, and then all of a sudden, you turn around and boom, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So this has happened to me quite a few times. So I expect it.
Yeah.
Eventually, if you play chess with someone long enough, don't you think you would know?
You know the game.
Like know what their opening move's going to be and how they're going to genuinely play it, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. So you talked to the patient advocate, and did he reiterate that I am indeed entitled to these rights, regardless of that contract which they forced me to sign?
Yeah.
A judge cannot enforce a contract that's against the law. All right, they can't force me to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But here I am sitting about to take an injection at 5 o'clock. They forced me to do this.
Yeah.
All right, they threatened to send me back to the wacky shack at Georgia Regional. They threatened to send me back there. All right, and I'm not even dangerous at all. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, you're fine.
And I didn't quite understand what their meaning was.
Yeah.
They're completely ignoring everything when it comes to mental health rights. And I truly believe, I've had patience with these people. I truly believe they're mistaken. Because they got me labeled as schizoaffective bipolar type.
Mm-hmm.
In order to be schizoaffective, you got to hallucinate. I don't hallucinate.
Yeah.
All right, I never have. And well, that one time on shrooms, but that's besides the point.
Well, that was
That was intentional. Okay?
Yeah.
But that was only one time, and that was quite the trip. But never since then, I've never hallucinated.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand. Is no one reading the history
Yeah.
on my mental health? Like, these people have stabbed me in the back repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I've ever been aggressive or agitated is on Haldol. And I begged them last time when I was in the hospital. Last time they forced it on me. I was begging them not to because it was going to turn me into a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2014, they put me on Haldol and I turned into a monster, and they refused to help me then.
You have those adverse reaction Haldol.
See, it's supposed to. See, I've had adverse reactions to most drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Because Wellbutrin's supposed to quit you smoke, like pretty much, kind of deter you from smoking.
Yeah.
And it's made me smoke more than I ever had in my entire life. Yeah, I don't understand their meaning or their reasoning, but unless they can give me a good reason
Mm-hmm.
that I should be on this stuff, I don't see.
Yeah.
Because they're not telling me anything.
Right.
That-
and they should be telling you something. You know,
I'm like, why am I on this stuff? Not because I'm NGRI, not guilty by reason of insanity during time of the crime
Mhm.
is the actual verdict.
Right.
I was found not guilty by reason of insanity during time of the crime.
Mhm.
That just means I did not know right from wrong during time of the crime.
Right.
It does not claim that I'm insane for the rest of my life.
Right. Yeah.
Something happened. I cannot attest against that. Something did happen,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but not what they're saying.
Right.
All right, unless they can prove something to me, which I can prove the chemical imbalance doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
All right, easily.
Yeah.
And I don't understand I just want them to tell me something. Are they hiding something from me? Is there something they're not telling me?
Right.
I don't understand. Give me a concrete reason why I should be on this stuff.
Yeah. And they should be doing that.
They're
should.
not.
Yeah.
They're asking me if the drugs are working. I'm like, I asked them what they're supposed to be doing, and they still haven't answered the question.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say. That they shouldn't even be asking because they know, they're going to get the same response from you. Because if they're not giving you the answers, why,
Why would you expect me to respond with an answer if you're not giving me an answer to begin with?
Exactly, and it's going in your body. I mean, so.
It's my body,
Yeah.
and they're not respecting that.
Right.
And it's against my religion, which is a constitution. That's the First Amendment. That's
Yep.
a constitutional right.
Yeah.
And that's my check. We are in America, United States of America, and that's the last time I checked. And I don't know. They're completely running over all this stuff. I mean, I told them to look up Galatians 5:19, the definition of pharmakeia. Pharmakeia means, it comes from our word pharmacy, which pharmaceuticals is the study of pharmacy.
Mhm.
Pharmacy is derived from the Greek word pharmakeia, which means witchcraft, sorcery, spells, and poison.
I actually did not know that.
Well, you know now.
Yeah.
And
Great.
I've given them written grievances
Mhm.
stating that it's against my religion, and I don't understand why they're not listening. You can find it in Deuteronomy chapter 18 too, and they're not. I'm not sure if they're incompetent. I'm not sure if they speak Japanese. I'm not sure if they speak English. But as far as I'm concerned, I am speaking clear as day, plain English.
Yeah.
I know sometimes the medical terminology is a bit like it's not in layman terms, but
Right.
you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, when you speak to other professionals, you would think they would know. What
Yeah,
you're-
but they have labeled me as manipulative. I'm like, how am I manipulating people when I'm being direct?
Right. Yeah, I mean, you're asking legitimate questions. I don't.
But
I mean,
but apparently that's what's that?
this door. Okay.
I don't get it. But I'm sure you have questions. Go ahead and ask your regular questions. So we can get this over
I
with.
ain't gonna ask you this question. You want to know the answers to them. You ain't suicidal. You ain't homicidal. I'm not hallucinating.
Never have been.
Yeah.
Not hallucinating, not suicidal, not homicidal. I'm aggravated.
Sure. And I mean.
Pretty
you
agitated.
too, yeah. How often do you meet with forensic team? I know a lot of times.
Never. I've not seen them one
I was
time.
gonna say they meet, don't invite you, which is
Yeah, I don't see them one time. I've not seen them one time. Except
insane.
I've seen Dr. Oliver one time. That's for my annual meeting, and that was it.
Was that this year?
It was this year, January 6th at 11 a.m.
So
Building
that's
7.
January whenever you talk.
January
That's
6th,
crazy,
11
man.
a.m. at Building 7 at Georgia Regional Campus. in that tiny little room. I told them leave me the hell alone.
Yeah. Well, because you know they're not going to give you a fair, you know, let you talk. Or...
Well, you know what she said? She wrote to the judge that I don't believe he's going to be taking his medication when he leaves. I'm like, you don't believe? I was like, no, you should know that.
That's a fact.
I told you that.
Yeah.
It's like, why would there be any like doubt or like, why would you believe that? It's like he's told. What she should have wrote was like, he told me he's not taking this.
Yeah.
But I'm doing my best to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't like that.
Right.
They threatened to send me back to the hospital like yesterday because I told them I was going to take it anymore because the patient advocate told me I didn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can't really force me to.
Right.
But they're doing that anyways.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Same thing you are.
Hanging in there?
At least, yeah, you know, and trying to speed.
But here's the
process.
thing though. Do they honestly think they won't be brought to justice?
Probably.
Do they think that? Do they not know who that patient advocate is? He's been in the. I'm pretty sure he's been in the game for a while.
He has, and he's got several. He was telling me, he's like, I have a bunch of people, like, you know, like in similar situations.
And I'm sure he's good at investigating too.
Yeah. I mean, he's.
And knowing me, I'm pretty good at aiding him in his investigation.
Oh yeah. No, I know you keep your records, and you should. Like, you know, it's about you and your well-being.
Well, it's not only that, but I think they underestimate me,
Probably.
and that's a good thing. I wish they keep doing that.
We're better as the underdog.
All right. Yep.
You seen Melissa lately?
Do I have a headache now? I do not. So that's a no. That woman did her job. Give me a heart attack. And I feel like going to the hospital right now because
Right.
of COVID-19.
Oh yeah, now's not a good time. We gotta hang around anyhow.
Well, I guess I'll just sit right here until I come back.
Yeah, you can. Okay.
See you later.
Ricky. Take care.